So she says, you need me because I'm a woman. I mean, leaving aside the fact that there are a lot of women to choose from in the Democratic caucus on the Hill, why is her gender central to her job?
That's not the only reason she said she's going to be there. She's been in political power for 30 years now. She's a great leader. She's great at what she does. She's a wonderful role model for women. So she didn't exactly say that she can be the only woman at the table, but she happens to be the only woman at the table.
She said it's important that I'm a woman.
It is important that there's a woman at the table.
Why is that important?
Well, because of the demographics of this country. 51% of the country are women. We should have the demographics of our politics look like our country.
No, that's not true.
What,
I mean, according to modern progressive orthodoxy, there are 63 separate genders now. It's not just men and women. It's not binary, Cathy. I don't know if you're keeping up with this stuff, and I'm dead serious. This is, I mean, I think it's insane, of course, but you're required to believe it. So if there are 63 separate genders,
then we should have them all at the table. We should have many genders at the table.
But then why just the same old, like, man, woman, why not give someone from another gender a shot?
Fabulous. We should, and we should start with having her at the table, and let's invite the other genders at the table. But let's keep Nancy Pelosi. She is smart. She is great at what she does, and the players on her team want her to lead the team. They want her to be the captain. The DNC chair supports her. The chairman supports her. Her caucus supports her.
But
that's why she's there.
But in real life, look, I mean, she held her Democrats together for the health care vote in the first Obama term. That was impressive. I agree with that.
Very.
Yeah, it was.
Republicans can't do that.
No, they can't. You're right. And she lost a historic number of seats for doing that. But she did a good job there. She's had no victory. She's had no victory since then. And you know as well as I had talked to a congressman about it today, she's not going to get the 218. If Democrats win in the midterm, she's not going to be reelected speaker because she's failed. Again and again and again.
Everyone knows, in D.C. knows, that those losses cannot be blamed solely on Nancy Pelosi.
I don't think
There's so many other factors that play into that.
Okay. But, I mean, look, pulling the woman card is a little bit weird to me, since we live in a moment where we are told, as a matter of official orthodoxy, my kids learn this in school, that you can change your gender just by saying so. So in a world where you can change your gender just by saying so, why is it important to be a specific gender? It's meaningless if you can change it just by saying so, isn't it?
So, I mean, so then we should have a woman and all those other genders at the table.
But why is it meaningful to be a woman if a woman can change into a man by snapping his or her fingers, which is what we're supposed to believe?
If she leaves, then we have all the men back at the table, and we're back 50 years. We need her there. She's a step forward in the right direction.
Okay, then let me just, I'm going to try to put a finer point on it for one last attempt to get into the meat of this, which is, what about being a woman or a man or a member of the other 61 genders makes you a different and better leader than if you weren't? What inherently about being a woman?
You have a different perspective. You have a different viewpoint. You see things differently. We need as many people to come to the table so we see things differently. That's what our country's made of. We all just can't be the same white guy sitting around a table just because we're afraid to invite anyone else to the table. Because men happen to be afraid of women in power. I mean, that's just a fact.